Recently on social media, I've been seeing more people express that they're very lonely or that things in their life are catching up to them in the most negative way possible. And today, I want to talk about some of the things I've seen and why you should focus on your mental health. How's it going, friends? My name is Frenzy, and this is the weekly rant. As you may know, I started my first video last week. I'm a day late to the week. I waited all week and completely forgot yesterday was uh, week one for my new video on the new series on the new channel. Um, Voice crack there. Anyways, yeah, today I wanted to talk about something very serious. It kind of ties in with last week about mental health. I've seen so many people talk about how they're depressed and they're lonely, and they always make a joke about it. Like it's not as serious as they play it out to be, when in reality, that's one of the major, focuses people should be worrying about today. Almost 80% of all people I know have something wrong with them, and they just refuse to get the help they need and the help they well deserve. Um, and I think that social media has definitely ruined everyone's interpretation on mental health and ruined everyone's minds throughout that path, like TikTok or Instagram or Snapchat. Simply due to be people bullying each other or people angry about other people's beliefs and opinions. And that's something I work on and I try to fix and I find hard to do because I am a person too. We're all people and we all deserve to have our own opinion and we all deserve to be happy in some way or another. Um, it just so happens to be that people have really strong opinions and beliefs and make it the whole focal point of their entire being, which is to an extent unhealthy. Um, and in that, they make themselves angry at everyone or even the world. And it's just a very unhealthy mindset, and they don't take into account how bad that could affect your mental health and your overall well being. I've been seeing my friends go through the same thing. I did it with my friends. I'm currently taking a break from talking to everyone due to me arguing with all of them over anything, whether it be stupid stuff, opinions, religion, politics. And I didn't realize it until this morning that what it's doing to me and what it could be doing to my friends is extremely negative and anti mental health, really. I find myself wanting to stay away from certain people because of my anger or because of how anxious I get and how, unhealthy being around them is. And it's not that they're a bad person or I'm a bad person, it's that we're just not focusing on a bigger problem. We're all dealing with something and it's not taken into account until something happens. Uh, and something that could happen is, horrible. Um, and I think people need to focus on their mental health a lot more than it is. I think it should be talked about more than, you know, problems going on. I mean, it could have problems going on in the world 100% could affect people's mental health. I'm saying it's people who are so angry and make it all about their personality, about these problems of the world. And they can't take it back and say like, oh wait, maybe this is affecting me more than, I should let it. Um, and you need people in your life, and a lot of people are horrible people, and those horrible people could be just as unhealthily, sad or depressed as you are, and they're just taking it out. um I've been that person. I used to be like lashing out on everyone, like for no reason. I lashed out my partners, my family, um virtually everyone I knew, and it was so bad to the point where I lost friends and family members didn't really like talking to me, and I ruined relationships, and it just never ended well. And I just didn't acknowledge. No one helped me acknowledge because no one realized that it's an underlying, mental condition that everyone deals with. Um, and I think that the whole reason people should talk about mental health is so these problems don't happen. I think mental health is the main reason why world problems happen. Or I really, it's hard for me to kind of explain everything. I'm just a dumb young adult, I guess, and I'm trying to make sense of everything, kind of putting pieces together. Uh, and I think that we need to kind of end off with the current game I'm playing is, it's MW2, but it's modded obviously on a server because you play any form of Call of Duty on Steam Workshop and you're just completely done for. Your PC, your information, all taken away from you in an instant. But I've been playing Modern Warfare my whole life, and the first person to introduce it to me was my bigger brother. And my bigger brother and I used to banter a lot on the game. We used to talk about so much stuff and argue about it all the time. I think I've mentioned this last video. But when I argued with him, he would lash out incredibly. And I thought he was just a jerk and a loser and an asshole. And I was like, oh, I hate him so much. Why is he always rude and upset? And why is he always in a negative mood? And I was a little kid. I really ever understood like what anyone in my family was going through until I got older. And I didn't realize it. He was, going through abuse. He was going through certain things in his life. And I didn't really know much of his life because he didn't know how to talk about things. I don't know his mom, but his whole family on a side I don't know, and none of our family knows, was just plain abusive. And he never really told anyone until he was older. And he never told me. I had to hear from other family. And it really put into perspective, like, this guy, my brother, was like not like the most horrible person I knew. He was dealing with something I can never think of, processing in my brain because I was a little kid and I wasn't taught that, mental health was a big thing until later on in my life when it started affecting me and everyone around me. Um, I think the moral of the story is to look out for people and not, express hatred and anger if they're having a bad day. It's ask if they're okay and maybe ask them if they need help, if they need someone to talk to about certain things. And I think that's a good moral to the whole video that I'm trying to put here. Um, I am rambling on way too much. And I'll let you guys be to it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And this has been the weekly rant.